When leaders first start delegating, they often see it as a way to lighten their workload. But the truth is far deeper. Delegation isn't about doing less work. It's about creating more capacity. It's about transforming how your team and eventually your entire organization operates. If power is about control and empowerment is about trust, then delegation is where the magic truly happens. It's where leadership scales. Let's explore how. From individual control to collective strength. In his research, Stanford professor Jeffrey Pfeffer emphasized that leadership isn't about charm or authenticity. It's about getting things done through others. Power helps leaders make things happen. But once you've acquired that power, the only way to sustain it and make it meaningful is to share it. Delegation is the mechanism that turns personal power into organizational capability. When you delegate effectively, you multiply what you can achieve. You stop being the bottleneck and start being the catalyst. Think of it like moving from playing solo to conducting an orchestra. A conductor doesn't play every instrument. Their skill lies in orchestrating talent, aligning timing, tempo, and tone. Great leaders do the same. They empower others to perform while staying focused on the symphony's direction. Delegation develops future leaders. One of the biggest leadership blind spots is thinking that people aren't ready for more responsibility. The irony? They never will be, unless you give them the chance to grow. When you delegate, you're not only transferring tasks, you're transferring trust, learning, and ownership. You're teaching people to think critically, make decisions, and handle ambiguity. Imagine a leader who holds all decisions close, believing only they can get it right. That might look efficient in the short term, but it's actually fragile. If that leader steps away, the system collapses. Contrast that with a leader who continuously stretches people, giving them opportunities slightly beyond their comfort zones. That's how you build resilience and depth. True delegation is the ultimate form of leadership development. Every time you delegate, you're growing your successors. How delegation strengthens the organization. An organization where leaders hoard control becomes slow, risk-averse, and dependent. Decisions stack up at the top, innovation dries up, and talented people leave, not because of overwork, but because of underuse. By contrast, organizations that embrace delegation are dynamic and adaptive. They respond to change faster because authority and accountability are distributed. People on the front lines make better decisions since they're closest to the action. This is the essence of organizational learning. When knowledge and decision-making are shared, the company becomes smarter as a whole. It's not about one brilliant mind, it's about a network of empowered ones. Delegation, therefore, is not only a personal leadership skill, it's a strategic capability. It builds a self-reinforcing system of growth. How it frees leaders to focus on what matters. The best leaders don't spend their days micromanaging details. They spend them shaping the future. They think about the next big move, the next strategic partnership, or the next innovation. But you can't do that if your calendar is filled with status updates and routine decisions that others could handle. Delegation is what creates the space for strategic thinking. It frees leaders to focus on the big three. Strategy, where are we going, and how will we win? Innovation, what's next, and how do we stay ahead? People, who will help us get there, and how can we make them grow? In short, you can't think long-term when you're stuck in short-term execution. Delegation liberates you from the noise, so you can finally focus on the music. The ripple effect of trust. Delegation also changes culture. It tells people, I believe in you. And when people feel trusted, they step up. They take ownership. They solve problems before you even know they exist. That trust creates a ripple effect across the team. Confidence grows, communication flows, and people start to challenge themselves and each other to perform better. It's not a coincidence that the best workplaces, the ones known for high engagement and innovation, are built on leaders who delegate generously. Closing the loop. Power, empowerment, delegation. If you follow this leadership journey from power to empowerment, delegation is the natural conclusion, the act that ties it all together. Power starts with control. It's about having the authority and ability to make things happen. Empowerment grows through trust. It's about giving others the autonomy to act. Delegation scales through trust. It's about spreading responsibility so the whole system thrives. When leaders delegate effectively, they don't lose power. they amplify it. Because real power isn't about doing more yourself. It's about enabling others to achieve more together. Final thought. Delegation is not an administrative act. It's a leadership philosophy. It reflects how you see people and what you believe about potential. So, if power gives you the ability to make things happen, empowerment helps you inspire others to take part, and delegation ensures it all scales. That's the full arc of leadership maturity. And maybe that's the real secret. Leadership isn't about how much control you have. It's about how much control you're willing to give away so that others can rise with you.